We up. It's time to get it. Oh man, I forgot to send out the black
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Oh man. Now grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Get that picture of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Man, now, move your body, drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water, fam. Just move your body. Drink, drink, drink. Or should I say, move, move, and drink. But raise your glass and toast your ancestors. What? Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Oh, that feels good. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Oh man. Breathe, drink, eat, move. If you want to stay healthy, breathe, drink, eat, move. Coach the program, but hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors, break down. What's the date? You know what we say? Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Stop hating, little girl. I'm sitting up here trying to send this chat. I'm confused. I forgot to send out the chat. So, Daily Toast time. Or better yet, join us for the toast at GNJ Media .live or listen in listen in at URL. Our podcast, G&J Podcast, save an ad. Lines are open. (614-556-4535). Next, let's get it. We're doing the entire database. No, we don't want that one. We want that and that. Boom. Launch. Sorry for the late notice, family. Sorry for the late notice. Got caught up. Got excited. Alright, let's go back here. Gye-Nyame Journey. We are live. Yes, we are live. Man, so alright. This morning it's still officially morning. I know some of y'all like, brother Hot Tail. Nah, it ain't afternoon yet. And afternoon means afternoon. So we're not in the afternoon yet. So we got okay, cool. So it went out. We're about to have some conversation, family. Oh man, I like this little machine here. So I'm having problems with the touchscreen piece. All right, let's go here. Let's say G&J Media .live. Man, all right, so it's a good day. Yesterday my sister had her housewarming party. Nice event. I see one of my cousins. My cousin came up from Akron. It was good to see her. Man, hey, can somebody get me a small towel? So I'm up here sweating like I'm running from slavery or something. I don't know what's going on. But anyway.
You want a paper towel?
A paper towel will work. Thank you very much. Yeah, so all right, so we're up live on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know what's going on with my the what is the name of that Periscope, but it's all good. We trying to build up on these platforms anyway. So this is our Toast and Talk Imani Day. I want to say thank you. Is that all I get? Okay. Man, real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Woo. Sitting up here sweating. Is it hot in here or is it? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, all right, family. So, the conversation. Thank you very much. The conversation could go wherever y'all want to take it this morning. I kind of hit on the Amber Geiger piece. Whoever voted, we kind of came up with the unanimous agreement that they're gonna find some way to get this little white girl off. But once again, I don't want any of us to get distracted from the major goal. Now next week, I will be, I should be back. I should be back by next Imani, but we are going to the ADOS conference. I'm excited to see what's going to be popping off there, and I will be reporting from there. I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm gonna take some of my equipment because we're gonna have to. We do the toast regardless of where I'm at. So I'm gonna be doing the toast from the conference, from my hotel room at the conference. So on Nia morning, we'll be doing the toast there, and Kuumba morning, we'll be doing the toast there. Man, and I'm looking forward to it. So, once again, conversation is open.
Daddy, can we go to the library after I do my homework?
Yeah, I was thinking about going to a library anyway because there's a meeting I need to go to. So that was too much, Sasha. I don't know what that was. She started dancing. I'm so glad they got simple requests right now. But yo, before I forget, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is
Gye-Nyame Journey Media!
Of course, you know this is a Heart of Simple production, and this is the Daily Toast, where we strive
To block your own paradigm.
out of the mouth of babes. Right? So, welcome, and I want to say great Imani. And I want to give a round of applause to all of those Imani babies out there. Shouts out to all the Imani babies. Of course, y'all know today is Imani. And once again, we on our Toast and Talk. Also, I want to remind everyone, support the journey. Check out our e-course. Now, I had somebody get in touch with me. I don't know what's going on with Gumroad, so I have to see what's going on with Gumroad. But family, listen to me. We are building and working, and a lot of times it's work in progress. So anybody, if you are not getting everything, because it should be about 7 or 8 videos that's coming to you, I want to make sure that you're getting what you're supposed to be getting. All right. So and if you're not, you know what I'm saying, please contact me and let me know, so I can make it right. Right? Because actually I had 2 people tell me that around day 5 stuff started going haywire. Right? Where they can't open it, or I mean, one woman said she couldn't open it, so I sent her one. And then also you know, I just want to make sure that y'all getting what y'all supposed to get. All right. Also, the next G&J Mall is coming up. Let me find my calendar so I can give you the exact date. Of course, y'all know it's the last. Okay, this is a whack calendar here. I gotta go. All right, I gotta push all the way through. It only went up to October 15th. That's so whack. That was whack, Google. That was whack. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. All right. So I'll find a date for you. I just need to pull up my calendar real quick. Hold on. I know I got my calendar on here somewhere. Cleve, you got access to a calendar on your phone?
Yeah. I got a calendar.
Tell me what the last Saturday in October is. Oh, hold on. I got my calendar.
I got a calendar on my watch.
Yeah, but where you watch at?
I don't know.
I keep on looking for it. Gina got this nice watch. I'm surprised she ain't show it to people. You know. There we go. So the last Kuumba, and I said, I got push-ups like crazy. All right. I think it's October 26th. That's the last Kuumba of October. October 26th is the last Kuumba. So, we'll do it like that. Alright. So, we're back up. Let me check. We want to check the timeline. See if there's any good news that popped up on the timeline.
So I had in my mouth and I shoved it in his mouth and I was walking.
Okay. No news. Nope. I didn't post any news. I ain't been. First off, let me say this. I've been noticing this about YouTube. Maybe I've been watching a long time. But I'm not getting as many good videos as I used to. Maybe I'm just getting used to it. And my news feed is horrible now. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the news, I'm not getting any good news as of late. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, when I say good news, I'm just talking about like, it's almost as if it's hard for me to find anything really of interest to post up on a timeline sometimes. It used to be stuff popping up all the time that will catch my eye. Now a lot of this stuff is not catching my eye. I don't know what that is. But let's go and do this toast. I give you an opportunity to call in if that's what y'all want to do today. But look like it is one of those lazy Imanis. And then I gotta do some push-ups because I've been saying, as my brother Kwame would say, I've been saying the Nordic gods' names a lot recently. So it's been a good day. I got up. I asked Clea to make me an omelet. My man got in there and burnt it up. I mean, not in a bad way, but in a good way. He made an excellent omelet. It looked like he almost like it was a pancake.
No better than mine.
You said it's not better than yours. Oh, okay. All right, Gina. So it sounds like a challenge. All right. So for those that check out the e-course, on day 1, you should be getting unleashing the power of the Nguzo Saba. We call it the Player's Pyramid in Gye-Nyame. Understanding how to use folktales, myths, and legends. Of course, that's folktales for grown folks. Day 3, wisdom mining, tribal quotes. Day 4, power libations. That's the daily toast. Day 5, pulling it all together, Warrior's Handbook to Life's Journey. And this is where it seems that people are having a problem getting. So pulling all those things together. Day 6, power meditation. Meditations by the numbers. And day 7, the 224 self-help process and the 21-day Nguzo Saba challenge. I share a little bit of information from all of those. Once again, shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there, my friend. Let's see. All right, so first, wow. Y'all can't see it, but the bubbles is just floating up like champagne. All right, I like that. Must be that court. Got to be the court. All right, family. So first, we raise our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose. Call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we say, thank you, Masha Mash.
You're welcome.
From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? We go to our list of our, that's right, illustrious ancestors. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Pendergast, and Arlene, Alka, Chris, Anfeen, Cleveland, Geneva, Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara 2H, Wash Ellis, Wash Ellis Jr. Woo, hold on. Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara 2H, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Sapet Ma Ra, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Esther Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Heads, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and the Luxon brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kell Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Tridge, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford. What's up, Gina? Were you up here on my stuff? Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark. Hold on, Brother Kwame. Americans, what's up, bruh? Hold on. Okay, I see you. It says lack of competition has strangled the quality of the services they provide. Regarding Google, Verizon, etc. monopolies the internet provides to their carriers. Okay. In Americans, Ohio, I see you out there, sir. Here we go. Where were we at? Oh, Lord have mercy. We go back to George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Winderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., St. J. Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Delhausen Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sel Well, Libby the Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Seth Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence L. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hitter Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Addie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinero, Elder Amtel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen O'Hara, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Pina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Annis Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winter Priest Canterbury, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue-Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronna Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Friends of Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Morgan Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca Arizona, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch. Just lost my place. Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch. Hold on. Hatch. I know where that's at. I got Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, y'all. Greg G to Jim Boom Boom Armstead, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Adam McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Trout, Aunt Becca, Ellis Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Piola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Nidhi Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ada Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Benella, Albert Motley, Jodine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bat Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders. Sasha, didn't I ask you to start your homework, please? Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker, Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Irvin, Gina. Start cleaning up that downstairs bathroom, please. Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easy, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evers McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We have Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford and Lottie Gaucher. We got Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton. Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott, Elder Clam Slumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monga III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Joanna, Desandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Aulauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Woody R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T-Lar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia and right.
I don't think we got any bleach.
It's upstairs, upstairs in the bathroom upstairs. Cleveland should be cleaning up the bathroom upstairs. So we raise our glass to all of our ancestors that combine as family, and we salute and we say, Ashe. All right, from there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? You know where we go from here. And once again, I want to give a round of applause to all of those Imani babies. Yeah. We're giving up to you, Imani babies. All right, so family, we are on Imani. Activate those reticular formations. Once again, we're going to go Imani hunting. We want to find Imani. We have to look for our principles on a daily basis. Family, so today, the principle of focus is Imani. Now, Imani might not be the only one that you run across, but that's cool. That's cool, right? We know Imani out there. So we got Imani, right? So we want to find it. When you find it, take a picture of it, post it up on our timeline at, of course, you know, on Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, right? Oh, we got a call. Let's see who's calling in, and let's see if they use the new app that we got. Who is it, Brother Shaka? Now we got a conference too. You know, you can do video conference now. So, but anyway, so hashtag Imani, hashtag Imani Day. If you're a Imani child, hashtag Imani child. Take a picture of yourself, post it up. All right. For those that don't know what Imani means, that you don't speak the language, Imani means faith. Also today we have, in the meiotic system, we got harmony. The meiotic principle today is harmony. The M7 would be trust. The color is red. Gender is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kwesi. Female name is Akasua. Yes, baby?
What is the next rock and roll
Not. It was supposed to be this week coming up, but it's the week after that. For those that don't know, Rock and Roll Call is an event that we do at our school for the young people. Allow them to celebrate, you know, the principles and learn about the principles a little bit more. So the next Rock and Roll Call is supposed to be the first Nia of every month. But because I'm going to be out of town, we're going to push that back and have it on the second Nia, you know. I had planned to keep it going on the first, but nah. You know, I got overruled. And that's cool, because that's how it goes down. Order. What is peace? Harmony and order. You know what I'm saying? At least in the Gye-Nyame system. That's one of the questions. What is peace? Peace is harmony and order. Shit. Alright, but and there's an order at the school, so I follow it. Here we go. So we raise our glass to this present moment. And we ask that the ancestors bless us in this moment. We ask that the Creator blesses us in this moment. Right? So we raise up our glass and we salute.
Please say here.
Huh?
Please say here the bathroom is ready.
What? Go tell Cleveland to come down here. Cleveland, come here. Come here, sir. You need to holler at me. All right, so we raise our glass for this moment. We keep this moment sacred, keep this moment powerful. We keep our pact with our ancestors and keep our promise to our future. All right? So we raise our glass and we say Ashe. And speaking of the future, I thought I asked you to clean the bathroom.
Can I do it?
Can you do it what? You don't want to wait. If you wait, you're not going to do it. What?
No.
Raise our glass. We say Ashe. We're going to toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Even when they don't want to clean up the bathroom, we still toast them and raise up the glass, and we say Ashe. From there, where do we go? Family, you know where we go. From here, we move to all of our relations, and we toast and we say, I shape from all of our relations. We move on to that selfish toast. This toast is for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards the greater you? Come on now. It's something out there. Something that you need. Come on now. Raise the glass. We say, Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most outstanding, the strongest mind in the room. And I raise my glass to you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, and you too, Sash. You don't. I want you on the table when you're doing your homework. Because when you write like that, you're going to put holes in your homework. So get up on the table. That's why I asked you to wipe the table off. As a matter of fact, before you even start your homework, you're going to clean off that table and this table. Yeah, go on, do it. You can handle it. I have faith in you. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We raise the glass and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right? And as we say in Gye-Nyame KN, and the newsletter is almost ready. So we have a call. We got a caller on the line. Let me throw the speaker up here so that we can make sure that we hear Brother Shaka. All right, Shaka, what's going on, man? I appreciate you waiting till after the toast. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hello? Shaka. Uh-oh. Maybe you can't hear me. I'm experimenting with this mic. Shaka.
Daddy.
Let's see. Check 1, 2. My mic is working.
Daddy.
Yes, baby.
I know what this says.
What it say?
Rosa Parks.
That's good. That's good reading. Well, maybe Shaka fell off. I don't know. Check 1, check 2. All right, let's check the speaker. Make sure the speaker working. All right, the speaker working. All right, family. So lines are open. Feel free to call in. We got one call in, but I don't know what he's doing. So maybe if I hang up, he'll come back. All right, I hung up. He'll call back in. All right, lines are open, 614-556-4535. Conversation is what? Conversation is open. Conversation is open. It's up to you. Let me put on some light music for you real quick. Let's see what we're going to play real quick. Let's just do this one.
Minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your history, you lose your power. Minute by minute, hour, you lose your faith, you lose
What's
your
going on with you?
I'm chilling. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound far away.
It's up to me. It's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Because I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And that feels real good. Good, bad, and best. Never let it rest. And so your good is your better. And your better is your best. Black people, you were once great. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Go forward. Uplift the race. Hurrah, babe. 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 Hurrah, babe.
All right, so we got a caller. What's up, Sister Navita? What's going on?
What's going on with you? What's going on with you?
Man, this speaker's sounding loud and clear, man. How's my sound on your end? How's it sound? Because I'm using a mic.
Loud and clear. You sound very loud and very clear.
All right. Have you had an opportunity to check us on YouTube? Because I think I fixed the YouTube problem.
I have not been to YouTube today.
Okay. All right. But were you watching us on YouTube yesterday?
When I told you that it was messing up, I just got off of it. I never went back on.
Oh man, you got to check it out now because I think it's loud and clear now. I had to switch. I was having problems with the. I think it's the phone. I don't understand that because I switched phones, so I switched my phone's job. So I'm using my main driver now, so it should be clear. But go ahead, you called in. It's your time. It's your time, baby. It's your show. What's going on?
Well, I was listening to a show today via radio this morning about, comes on at 7 o'clock, so Hari comes on.
Wait. I got a question. I got a question. What's the radio? I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
The radio.
I'm just fucking.
Shut up. So, you can listen via online as well. But topic today they have was, I think he said there's 400,000 black people in Central Ohio.
You said 400,000 black people in Central Ohio.
Correct.
Okay.
And why aren't we united as a voice as 400,000 black people, at least with a stronger voice than what we have now? Some of those including continental Africans and American Africans. Mm-hmm. So we had like three or four people from continental Africa in the studio today.
I heard a little bit
and four American Africans in the studio.
All right.
So they were trying, they were supposed to be trying to get this summit together in January, I guess, at the King Arts thing, to try to bridge the gap between the American African and the continental African. And one thing I found interesting on the, reparations piece is they asked the continental Africans if they felt they should be eligible for reparations in the United States. And they all said no.
They said no? Them allies, goddamn.
Yep.
Those allies. Yeah.
They all said no. I was very surprised. And, and rightfully so. And some of them have been here since they were 12 years old. Some of them are first generation born, but they said that their people did not go through that slavery piece, so they didn't feel like they were entitled to the reparations in this country.
So I'm thinking
I thought that was interesting.
I'm how can I put it? Sometimes I'm pretty skeptical about that whole conversation. Because, let me put it this way. Sometimes I think some conversations are placed there. Hey, girl, hey, you doing too much. That's enough.
Real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey.
It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. She's spraying the table. I should have turned the camera around so that we all could have just watched what this girl is doing. But it's too much. Anyway, but sometimes, how... Like how people be having fake accounts. Some of these discussions, I be wondering if people be doing stuff on purpose to cause arguments. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see how anybody would have beef with African Americans, Africans born in America, receiving reparations. But all of a sudden, you got people online.
Right.
That supposedly are continental Africans that are having beef. You're doing too much. What do you want?
I'm going to clean under the table.
Yeah, because like you said, because from the understanding I've been hearing, that was some of the people's problem with that piece was cutting out of the continental African. But of the 4 or 5 continental Africans he had in the studio today, they said they didn't feel like they had any rights to reparations in the United States.
Right. And you know, and like you said, you surprised, and I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because I was expecting at least one. You know what I'm saying? But then,
nope.
But then when you think about it, how do we know that these conversations are even really real? You know what I'm saying? How we know these pushbacks are coming from real people and not from plants that may have been, because common sense. Because common sense, if we talking about slavery and Jim Crow, Sasha, you're doing too much. Stop. Real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. It's real life.
Are you going to the library?
Yeah, I think we're going to go to the Whitehall Library. But that's going to be about 3 o'clock. So, but yeah. But the show sounded, because I seen a video of the show, and it was, you know, it looked kind of exciting, you know. But you know, a lot of those discussions, you know. But yeah, so you was up.
But
go ahead, I'm listening.
But I just don't think that with that large of a numbers, especially here, that conversation has been needed to be had and brought together and actually discussed with those involved, people from, you know, both communities. Like the one sister said when she came here at 12, I think she was from Somalia, and black people, she felt black people shunned her here. You know, she got the whole African booty scratcher thing and the mockery of her accent, etc. But then the one brother from Nigeria, he said, you know, the idea being of what is your problem with American Africans? And he was saying that, you know, they are taught through media that we are thugs, we are this, we are that, or whatever. We've all been bought into this media stuff from both sides of the coin, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we live, you know, being here, a lot of black people think that Africa is huts and spear chucking and you know, what have you, and then you got them on the other end thinking that we're, you know, thugs and uneducated. So, you know, hopefully we could bring that together. I'm going to call Tyrone. I think I got Tyrone's information. Tyrone Thomas is supposed to be putting it together. And I think we should at least be a part of the conversation and see what they're talking about. Because we need the numbers, especially if we are talking about having a political voice in this city.
Yeah, 400,000 out of how many?
People, I don't know, but
I think it's like 1 million.
In Central Ohio, it would be considered Columbus and some of the surrounding areas. I think that's considered Central Ohio. So at state level, you know, we would have a lot better chances with our numbers being united, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, Joyce Beatty has something coming up on the 1st. I just seen conversation with Joyce Beatty over at the Extension Center.
So the population of Columbus as of 2017 was 879,170. And they said
that's Columbus?
Yeah, they said, yeah, Columbus. That don't sound right, do it?
Okay, so this is Central Ohio. I said Central Ohio. I didn't say Columbus.
All right.
So you got in Central Ohio would then be Columbus and surrounding areas.
Okay. Because I'm about to say that.
You know, that's why I said on a state level, no. You gotta listen to what the words being said. Central Ohio.
All right, Central Ohio is a total of 2 million. Okay, cool. And we're 400, and you said that we are 400,000 out of that.
Right.
Okay. So what percentage of that?
So,
I'm listening.
I think still if we was to at least, whether it be for the political aspect, economic aspect, so they talked about that as well, start supporting each other. You know, when we go to the African restaurants, and they need to be coming to our restaurants.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And vice versa. You know, we have a business, you know, you have an accountant, then you need to support ours or whatever. We need to start having this commerce with one another. That's a large, if we was doing commerce with one another with that large number, you know, we would have a lot more economic pull.
Right. Right. I mean, yeah.
So, you know, I would be interested to see what this what is it, rally, or not rally, but meeting is going to be about for January.
Well, I mean, he said it's on Martin
So
Luther
they
King.
said they were going to do it at the Martin Luther King's dinner, but I would love to do something like that during Kwanzaa.
I'm Mr. Brown.
You know what I'm saying? Bridging the gap, because Kwanzaa is an African-centered holiday. So what better way?
Kinda.
The Nguzo Saba is based off of it's Swahili that they got. Then they got that from Africa. Even though Moana Karanga may have created it, but he pulled his stuff from Africa.
He pulled his stuff from his, but you know, like I said, it is. I mean, and I'm not saying that it's not an African holiday, but let me put it this way. What I'm saying is that that's an African American creation. You know what I'm saying? Inspired.
It's an African American creation.
Right.
So it is celebrated in parts of Africa.
Well,
My girlfriend said they practice it in South Africa. My girlfriend's from South Africa. She lives in South Africa. And she said they celebrate Kwanzaa in South Africa.
Right, but they started celebrating Kwanzaa in South Africa after we set it in motion. They wasn't doing it prior to that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Kwanzaa.
Yeah, but nevertheless, that's the point of being that it is mixed with African and American principles.
Right.
You know, it's an African American thing. Keyword in it is African. You can't leave out the African part of Kwanzaa in no way, shape, or form. So that's, you know, a way to, you know, I think it would be a perfect time to bring Africans and American Africans together on one of those days.
Some of them do come. Some of the family members do come. So, like I said, but the whole piece is for us to find the true allies. Because, you know, like I said, I'm hoping that a lot of the discussion around reparations, around us coming together, can do. And we should do our part to also reach out. But, you know, like I said, we have to make sure that we understand that we go into these discussions and these situations, in a sense, seeking allies, real allies, not motherfuckers that just want benefits and to jump off when the shit get hot. We want allies. This is what we're looking for. So we have to be clear on that. You know that, and that's the whole piece for me. I just want to make sure that we.
And then, well, this is the thing. When I'm saying come together, not just on the reparations part or that, I'm just saying as we should just be supporting one another across the board, period, as Africans and American Africans. That's how I feel. If I go out to Lalabella's,
right,
and I go out there to eat, then I feel like they should travel to some of our black restaurants and have food to eat and make it a point to.
Right.
If I'm doing a fundraiser and I'm at Lalabella at least 3 times a month, and I'm doing a fundraiser, then y'all need to be donating to my fundraiser for whether it be Gye-Nyame fundraiser or Kwanzaa, because I'm contributing to you, that reciprocity piece.
Right. You talk. I mean,
that's what I'm looking to see just across the board.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But now, because now the reason I threw the reparations up in there, I'm going to throw reparations on everything. I mean, you should know that by now. But anyway, but what you're talking about is true allies, a true alliance with groups. Rather because everybody comes to America in a sense stands on us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, get the massive support from us. As a matter of fact, the only reason that most different colored people are able to get into this country is the freedom struggle that we launched. And then, we don't want people coming in and taking advantage of that. But then, like you said, when we doing fundraisers or we're doing struggles and we're going through struggle, we don't want them sitting on the sideline like, oh, well, y'all shouldn't have brought that on yourself type shit. You know. So I hear you. You know, but shit. I mean, so you thought
that's why just the initial meeting has to start. The initial meeting has to start somewhere. You know, so if wherever it may start, it needs to start. You know, even like I remember when the one Somalian guy was, I forget what happened to him, but it was something down at the jail. And all these people from the Somali community showed up down there in trying to make sure that young man got justice.
Right.
But if we all did that as a group, then we would have a lot more power, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
not just American Africans, but continental Africans as well. If we all just identified ourselves. Like, was it Patricia, what's her name was it the Congo? What's her name that was supporting the whole, the idea that we were all African of the diaspora, we needed to stop separating ourselves as such. And if we was able to get on the same page as that, we would have a lot more power in different realms.
True.
Somebody just called in?
No, that's my computer trying to get me to buy. I gotta buy some bug stuff for the computer. I never upgraded my bug. You know, when you get the viruses for the computers and shit.
Antivirus.
Yeah, so McAfee is gonna just keep on fucking with me until I get something to totally block them out. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. But you know, that's how I go. I mean, everybody got to hustle. See, now, but this is one of the reasons why I constantly talk about tribing up. Because one of the things that people, like for example, you have different tribes, different groups all throughout Africa. And what we have to be able to do is, one of the reasons it's hard for us to actually unite is we have not identified who we are. I'm talking about us.
Right.
If you talk to as you say, a continental African, they'll let you know right away who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cause when I went to Ghana, I'm so ignorant. I go to Ghana, I'm thinking we all just black. But I got off the plane and I could see certain groups of individuals messing with other groups of individuals, and they just all look black to me. But then I start finding out that you got all these different groups, and everybody, in a sense, sticks to their group. They sticks to their, you know what I'm saying? Like, my wife is A-Way, right? Until I went to Ghana, I knew nothing about the A-Ways. I just knew Africa and Ghana. But then you got the A-Ways there. I had the Shante. I ran into some Fantas. I ran into, you know, and then everybody had their sections and everybody was doing their thing. Now,
right. Everybody has their separate tribes and tribal names, and they do their separate things on the continent. However, when they come here, if you're from Nigeria, they don't care if you're Igbo or Yoruba, they come together.
Not all. Now, but hold on. I will say, they will.
Because I've seen it with the different tribes. They come here. Now, they may be, because I think there's a lot of separatism in Africa. People say, oh, they're all united. That's not necessarily true.
No, not.
But when they come here,
Vita, it's not true. It ain't not necessarily true. It's not true. We know this. You can look at the news and see that shit. Come on now. But go ahead.
But when they come here, they have a tendency, from what I see and what I've been around, to come together more so because they are from the continent. They don't, I mean, they still have their own separate tribes, but they will come together as Nigerian brothers or sisters. Now, sometimes they might be a little standoffish with the Somalians.
And
they look, some of them Africans look at them like the niggas of the African race. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do, you know, we all need to come together.
Now, let me say this. Like, for example, you go to an African party, right? Now, when you go to an African party, when you walk in, you're going to notice that you're only dealing with certain Africans. It ain't like they all kick it all together. I'm just saying, from what you go to a party, Ghana has a certain party. You know, you might have a few Nigerians in there, but then Nigerians have parties, and the Senegalese have. So it's like they have their groups. They know who they are. We don't. We haven't accepted who we are. So it's kind of hard to get together with others when your team don't know who the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying? So
right, and it is hard, and that is hard, and that's one of the reasons why I feel that we don't, because, you know, like the one sister said when she came here, she was not accepted as an African, and I think that's because the people who were teaching her whatever don't accept themselves as an African.
Right.
So that's why they were so easily to make fun of Africa, make fun of her, whatever. But that's why we need to get together, and we need to have this discussion, or whatever it takes, to start kicking down some of these blocks that are up there. Because if we were ever to just unite and back each other up, just off of the fact that we have our African ancestry in common, then, you know, that would be just fine. That would be great if we could all do that, but that's a time-consuming thing that will happen over a period of time. But we got to at least try to start, I would think. Start it.
I think it's been started. But hold on. Kwame said ethnic ties are stronger right now among continental Africans. Their children will be more amenable to joining our struggles than the older generation of Africans.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think that was a younger generation of Africans that he had on the show. I didn't get to see it visually.
Put that popcorn up.
I think you said you saw it visually on the show today, but I think these are a younger generation. Like the one sister was in her 20s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
the one brother from Nigeria said he's doing a dive. He works somewhere, and his thing is diversity piece. Now diversity amongst the Africans, getting to know other American Africans or whatever. But so I think Cormac is absolutely correct, especially with these younger generations that are coming in. Even though, like I said, the one sister said that she initially had some issues with with American Africans, but as she got older and she realized later she has just as many, American African friends as she has African now, and some of them.
You can't come to my house and have problems with me. You in my goddamn house. Get out my house. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with motherfuckers talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like if I come visit you over your house, but I got problems with you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got people coming from other places, right? And here because of the struggle that we have had, can say shit like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. How you don't, nigga, you in my house. I'm just saying, Kwame, hold
And
on.
that's why the conversation needs to be had, because that is problematic.
Don't mess your hair up. All right, hold on. Kwame say, we don't interact with each other. He said, hell, we don't even interact with each other as we should. We have to set the example. When we do what we need to engage, when we do what we need to do to engage each other, then they may or may not follow our lead. Where you speaking or Miriam Makeba? I don't know. I don't get that one.
From the Congo, is it? Is that what he talked when I said about? I can't remember her name offhand. That might have been it, Kwame. I'm not sure, but I want to say she was may have been from the Congo. But
the young lady that was talking on the show.
And I get that. No, what I was trying to say, I think he's asking when I said I was about the one sister out of Africa that was trying to get us to unite on that aspect of being African. I forget her name. I wonder. But anyway, and I get that. But this is my thing about it. I still think both things can happen at the same time. I don't think because there are some of us that are united. Now, I refuse to believe that we have groups of people in this country as American Africans that are not united. We do. And those that are, I guess I'm more of the optimist about what we can't do, but what we can do. And those of us that are and are ready to make that move need to find the other people who are and are ready to make that move. That's my point. And that has to start with a meaning at some point. And then those people, and it may not even be a large number of people. Yeah, we got people in our community that we can't even unite worth a shit. But we got some of us that do. And I'm trying to get with the ones that think like me.
Right.
And this is the way I'm trying to find out, okay, are you one that think like me? Are we on the same page? If you are, cool, let's get together, let's try to do something. I'm not saying it's going to start out as, 50,000 people. It may be 20.
Right.
But that 20 can build over time.
I agree.
And that's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. And I feel the passion. I feel you. I mean, because like I said, we got to do, when we battling, we have to do, we got to make multiple moves. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to move in multiple directions. We got to do multiple things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel you. We got to do more than one thing at a time. I'm just like, yo, boom. But like I said, one person, but let me say this, one person can't do everything. So we do need we do need to have people that if that is something that because it's going to happen eventually. See, because for me, a big piece of this whole issue is this whole reparations piece. Why? Because we're going to need allies. This is why I keep bringing it back to that. So we're going to have the discussion with them, and the discussion is coming maybe sooner than many of us may be prepared for. And I'm praying that many of us don't get our heart broke because we're going to be looking for a certain support that we may or may not get from our brothers and sisters from the continent.
And what our brothers and sisters from here, because I got just as many of us from here say we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. Is we gonna link up with the ones that think like us.
Exactly. See, and that'll happen. That'll happen either with family from the continent as well as from family from here. When we start vibing and start doing the work, people that are of like mind will start coming. Like I said, I don't know if you've seen how many hits we got just from us being in the woods. It ain't shit like when me and you sitting here talking right now. We was like, I mean, it's like we almost at 200. I mean, what? We over 100 hits, and we don't usually get 100 hits on our shows. Kwame got a long one. He said we created. Talking about this is he's talking about us. He said we created the idea of Pan-Africanism. Thus, we have been exposed to this idea a lot longer than Africans have been, and we will feel the same way you do. But I will spend my monies with Gye-Nyame before anyone else gets my money. But I do not spend my money with some of our continental African families. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he doing try first. Mm-hmm. We do try first.
Okay.
But now,
I understand that.
Yeah, I know you understand that. You know what I'm saying? But he throwing it out there because the conversation we have and other people's gonna pick up. So, you know, he got the kind, you know, because the whole piece is boom. We do work. Right, and we invite, we have open invitations for the family to come in. You know what I'm saying? Just show us your family. That's all we saying. Just show us. Just wipe your feet at the door. That's, you know what I'm saying. Be respectful. That's all we ask. We don't ask for a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right. Shit. When we go camping, you know, bring some bug spray. Shit. You know what I mean? Contribute. You know, and speaking of the camping trip, we had we just was chilling. It was a great time. We missed you though. We missed you.
I missed y'all too.
All right, but I'm glad.
Yeah, I remember when you put the call out for the grill, I was really pumped about the response that you got on that. You know,
it blew my mind.
When you put the call out, you know, I put a post on my wall. And I texted people, and next thing I know, between me and you and the Gye-Nyame family and everybody posting and sharing, you had the grill.
Oh, okay.
That was the bomb.
You saw that, right? It blew my mind, because look.
Yeah.
My phone kept going.
I had to send money back too.
You had to send
like we got the grill already.
Shut up! We could have got a better grill. We could have got 2 grills.
You bought it too quickly. You had to go and run out and...
No. Well, now it's 2 reasons I did that. 2 reasons. One reason was that I thought that the rush was over. Second, I wanted the people to actually see us do with the money
right, I feel you.
what we said we was going to do. Because so many of us out here that raise the dough, and then after that, we don't see shit. We don't know. I wanted people, because Navita, it blew my mind. Because I was sitting, me, Kwame, Shamar, Quasi was sitting around talking, and I just happenstance said, well, how much? I asked, well, how much did we get for the camping trip? He said, well, he pulled the Cash App up. He said, well, it's a donation on here for the grill. I said, donation for the grill. He said, there's a couple donations on here for the grill. I mean, I just heard the dings on my phone. I just thought my phone was fucking up or something. I'm like, because I wasn't used to that. It's like cash, like the Cash App sound, ching, ching, ching. I'm like, oh, okay. That's somebody playing, right? No, the family. The family came through, and I wanted them to see that we take their money very seriously, and I want to make sure we hold on to their trust. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best.
Right, me too. Mm-hmm.
So you said you had to actually send money back?
Yeah.
Man, Navita. Oh my God!
But next time, like you said, that gives us a good report. I sent the money back, like I just hit refund.
Right.
Let people know. I didn't text them back. I just hit refund. But that's how they would know then that we must have already got it or whatever.
Right. That was the bomb. I was hyped You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's that whole tribal piece, because I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even expecting it, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing. It was amazing.
But as soon as you said it, I put a post up, I put our Cash App up, and then I sent out personal messages on my phone. As soon as you said that we needed it for the grill. And in the thing I put for the grill, you know, and the reason for it. And people responded. You know, I think people seen the Cash App name up and they responded. So that made me feel really good. And some people were first-time donators that I had, and that were close friends of mine. I was like, wow, I really appreciated that.
Wow.
Because I didn't even think they was paying attention.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. So, you know, LaShawn looked at that and said, man, we need some new tents. He said, we need some tents. I said, okay. I said, hey, but the
So that was my tent. Christine, she did the glam squad on my tent, didn't she?
Oh man. Well, I ain't even see. I didn't even
He
want to
sent
go.
me a picture.
I didn't even want to go into. I didn't even want to go inside because I'd be all, you know. I was like, okay.
Man, she had the big bed inside.
Oh man,
and they had the lights and they had little tables. It was nice in there. I was like, look at you glamping.
Wait, not only that, but let me tell you this. Now I do know that she got a headboard. I don't know how, but whatever she used as far as that blowing up, it takes a long time though. But it's a headboard on the bed. I'm sitting up here like, damn, you know, but when I...
Wow, she sent me a picture. I mean, it looked nice. I was like, I got to step my game up next year when I go.
Brother Kwame say, we are too happy we have you on our team, and we appreciate you, Navita. We certainly do. Because she was in pain. So Lord knows how much money you could raise when you're not in pain. Shit.
Okay.
How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling okay. I mean, I've accidentally I can't bend my leg past a 90-degree angle. And I did in my sleep last night, and it woke me up right out my sleep.
Wow.
And I'm not in the most comfortable conditions if I move certain way, so just laying here like a vegetable.
So you now, so you go to therapy now? I mean, are you?
Yeah, I'm already started my physical therapy.
Okay. And
then I got 3 more weeks of non-bearing. Right.
Okay. So you basically in a wheelchair?
I ain't got no wheelchair though. I'll be trying to use a walker.
You can't, if it's non-weight bearing. That means you can't put no weight on it. So
I know. That's what they told me. They told me that. She said I wasn't using if I use the walker, I got to keep my other leg in the air while using the walker. Okay. But I'm not very good at that. So I just try not to go too many places. You know what I mean?
I can dig it.
Keep my ass home. Yeah.
Dang. So I know the study group is falling off, man.
I went last Friday.
Did you?
But I was in pain by the time I left that mug. Yes, my legs started swelling real bad. I guess I'm not used to sitting like that for that longer period of time or something. My leg was swollen like it was going to bust out the skin. That's how it felt. I was like, geez, I got to get one. So I got home and laid it down.
Just get the rest.
But I did make it. I get tired of laying in here, man. It's awful.
I know. I mean, shit. I mean, you know, shit. I know. I've been in a situation where I had to be in one place for a very long time. Like, no, it's not happening. It's not the thing to be. But shoot, Shaka had called in, but he didn't call back. Now, also, family, I need y'all to know that on our Uber conference line, we could now do video chats. So, you know, and I could share the link with those that might want to video chat. So Kwame, that means that even the meetings that you have, if people use their computer or their smartphone, they probably can get up and have video chats. It's dope now.
Yeah, Kwame can start calling in.
Well, Kwame,
video chatting in.
Well, yeah, he could if you want, Kwame, if you wanted to. I can send you the link. You got the Apple though. I don't know how that. He got that Apple. Here you go. I am truly surprised you made it to study group, and recall I was laid up in a hospital for 4 months, so I never want to go back there. He understands. I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause I when I got shot, I laid up in the hospital maybe 7 to 9 days. And then I had to sit around, My grandmother was mad at me because they sent me to Akron, and my grandmother wanted me just to lay around. I said, I can't do this, Grandma. I can't do this. I gotta go, Mima. I can't. Because she was bringing me food and all that. I'm like, no. We can't do it like that. Can't do it like that. Nah. She did a great job, I was like, but I got a chance to recoup, but I was missing women. I ain't like, nah, I gotta go, Grandma. I gotta go.
Oh Lord, hot.
What year was
You hot.
What year was you born?
All right, well I'm gonna get on off of here, cause I know we've been on here for a while now.
Right. And I want to thank you for calling in. And I want to thank all those people that support Gye-Nyame Journey. Now, don't forget to go to gnjmedia.live. You can hit that tip jar. You help us. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we got all this little fancy equipment now. Shit, it costs money. But that's what we do for the struggle. Also, it sounds like the next venture for Sister Navita is she going to be trying to do a Black Unity rally. International Black Unity rally in some form or fashion. So we got to get ready for that. And then the next G&J Mall will be, I think, October 26th, which is the last Kuumba of that month. So we will be up and rolling next month. And that probably will be Sister Navita. That may be Sister Navita's coming out party. We don't know. You think you'll be ready by October 26th?
My what?
You're coming back out party.
Yeah, I should be. I hope so. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, not coming out, but coming back out. Make sure you word that right.
What's the difference?
Coming out. You don't know what a coming out party is?
No.
That you're gay.
I just said coming out party. You ain't got to start calling me names and shit, Navita.
This coming out means you coming out the closet.
You weren't talking to me. Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay, you weren't talking. Okay, you was.
I'm coming back out.
I thought you just called me gay just because.
Back out.
Okay.
I know you ain't gay.
Yeah, no. I like the lady.
You got a whole wife and children going on.
Shit. That's not enough nowadays.
True.
That's not.
One more thing before I go. I want to put on your biscuit real quick.
Go ahead.
I was listening to this gay brother talking about the trans woman movement is rooted in male supremacy.
Get that
and I was kind of like, what does he mean?
No, I'm talking to my daughter. You said that they said that the trans woman's movement is rooted in male supremacy.
Yeah.
Did he explain?
No, let me beg. Yes, he did. Check it out. He said,
finish the tape.
If you look at Bruce Jenner, who was a man for most of his life, and he was an athlete, and he was whatever, in the white community, right? And then he goes and gets changed into a woman, and next thing you know, he's on Time magazine or whatever it was as Woman of the Year. As if to say that a real woman, a natural-born woman who has been through the struggle as a woman and has perpetuated all these accomplishments as a woman, all it took was for a male to come and say, I want to be woman, and he made Woman of the Year. Do you see what he's saying?
No.
You don't see the point? Oh my gosh.
I don't see what he's saying. I don't get
If it was,
You know? I mean, we talk about...
Okay. With all the accomplishments that women make, natural-born women make,
Right.
that before they can make it to be on the cover as something considered to be Woman of the Year, you'll say she had the Nobel Peace Prize for this. She did that. She did this for women. She did that for women.
Right.
As Bruce Jenner, all it took for him was to just one day say, I want to be a woman, and he made it on the cover because of his white male supremacy. You don't still get it?
No.
Oh, Lord, okay, it was just so weird. But I always thought that was kind of interesting take that he had, because why didn't they just pick a natural woman who had actually been through struggles as a woman?
Well,
for example, if you look at all of the trans women movement, usually when you see a trans movement, they're always talking about a man transitioning to a woman and wanting to do all these other things. He wants to go and play women's sports now. You don't see a lot of it where the woman is transitioning to a man and asking for these things. You see more of where the man is transitioning as a woman, and as a male, especially the male wants, they feel like they have that privilege to let them do that. So like when the one man cracked the skull of the young lady in a wrestling match, I think it was.
Right.
Because he wanted to wrestle with the girls.
Right. Because he wanted to
win. He said the transgender movement is really driven more by males. Even though they claim themselves as being women, but it's a male-driven thing.
But they want to, they want to win. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can see that. They want to win. You know, because you don't have women turning into men talking about they want to play professional football. You know that shit's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit's not going to happen. But, yeah, you will be faster on the track because you are a man. You know what I'm saying? You will be stronger on the wrestling mat because you are a man. You know what I'm saying? We could paint it, and you know this whole is for me. Now I don't see. I see it as another attack now, because you was talking to a gay friend, and he had envisioned.
Well, it was a guy something I happened to pick up on a video that was going on YouTube. I tuned in and listened to him. But go ahead.
I'm just like
I don't know him personally.
Oh, okay. I just don't. As far as that, I don't just see the male supremacy piece. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see. How can I put it? I see another attack. I see the attack that you talked about 3 years ago when I met you. You know what I'm saying? The attack against masculinity, period. You know what I'm saying? This whole, for me, that fits more into that rather than men being superior and all. You know what I'm saying? Because as good as you can be as a man, you ain't having babies yet. You understand? You can't create.
Right, and they're trying to do that. And that's the thing he was saying. He feels like that that the trans women movement is an attack on women.
To get rid of women?
What he calls natural. Yes.
Get rid of real women.
Yes.
Good luck with that plan. You know, it's not enough men to do
He says it's an attack on women to get rid of women. So by now, because now they're saying that you should, once you trans, you are a woman. They're trying to say there's no trans woman. I'm a woman.
No, you're a trans woman.
You know.
But I hear you. But
right, and that's he's like, no, you're a trans woman. You can't just sit now because you say you want to be. I feel like I'm a woman. I'm a woman. You can't do that. Now this is a gay dude. He said you are still a man, so you could be a trans woman, meaning that you're a man transition, but you can't now have the title as woman. You don't have a right to that title.
I agree.
Because you are not a natural born woman. This is what the gay dude was saying. I thought that was very interesting coming from a gay guy.
Well, I mean, but
you know, let me take that back, because a lot of gays and that whole LGBTQ element, they don't all buy into each other's category.
Right.
So
right.
They make it seem like it's all together. But that trans piece is very controversial within the gay community. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because it's, you know, I mean, it's controversial everywhere in all groups. But Kwame is on the line. What's up, brother Kwame?
No, I was just listening to you guys' conversation, and it kind of dawned on me that it's a several-pronged attack, as clearly you guys have pointed out. One of the aspects is that this is a continuation between the battle between the white man and white woman. And what I had posted was that what a white man cannot get as a white man, he's trying to get as a white woman. And you,
right, using his white male privilege to get it.
You guys had mentioned this whole notion of baby having and baby making, etc. Well, some years back, there was this whole argument about how a woman will be able to do away with the man because basically she'll just, you know, for all intents and purposes, cut off his balls. And what I mean by that is store his sperm, right? And then there's no need for him. And so now you have these white men trying to battle back and say, well, we will no longer need a woman. So they're trying to create all kinds of, shall we call them, everything from the test tube babies to the mechanical wombs, whereby, you know, they can grow their own children, in a manner of speaking. And so, you know, again, this is a continue of the West Asiatic battle of the sexes, as it were. And unfortunately, at least, remember, I came from Oberlin. And so I saw a lot of the gay, lesbian, and when it started to take on more letters than, you know, you could, you know, count in the ABC. But nonetheless, that exposed me to a lot of the trends that were up and coming. And so before this whole transgender piece got off the ground, look, man, I went to one of our reunions at Oberlin, and they were talking about that stuff damn near 10 years ahead of its time. Just like when the internet finally made it to Ohio State in the mid-90s. Look, I was messing around with the internet back in '84.
Levon, sorry.
And so, you know, there's a lot of trends that you see on in some of these arenas.
Did you say 84?
Yes.
They had computers at Oberlin in 84?
Man, we had the internet, we had email, we had shit.
Damn, okay.
We had our own versions of I forget what you call them now, but it's basically a kind of message board where groups of people, like for example, if we couldn't talk over the phone, we could post up on a board and ask questions and get answers and stuff like that by way of the internet. So But anyway, so yeah, so these are some of the things that I see going on. And unfortunately, as I was saying, we as black people, we begin to buy into these things. But what I've noticed, at least going back to Oberlin, is that, they have their GLBTQ, ABC folks there, but they're very race conscious first.
Right.
And so when we're having these discussions, I mean, I was pleased to hear that they were race conscious first, at least the group who participated in our discussions at the African Heritage House. But nonetheless, let's just say it gave me a lot of encouragement, especially compared to the reunion I went to or had gone to like 5 years previous. So yeah, I see in this younger group of people some, we have our challenges, but there are really some bright spots. I mean, Brother Hatem was telling you about how much fun we had at the camp. And man, just sitting around, talking with these young brothers and, and just hearing them, just be themselves in a matter of speaking and feel free to do that. We got some stars and all we got to do is nurture it.
That's right.
So I'm done.
All right. So, unless Navita gonna bring up another topic, we call this one is done. Family, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Go ahead, Navita. You got something else?
No, I'm done. I just want to say I love everybody, and I will talk at y'all later. Peace.
Peace. All right, this is Brother Hatem. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And family, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And of course, this has been another Daily Toast, and it's a Heart of a Simmer production. We strive to blow up your old paradigms, and we are out. Peace, family. Sasha, that don't look like you doing homework. That don't look like homework. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Peace.